Hello and welcome to Hindsight, the show that takes a look back at all of the good things going on in our schools. We're broadcasting today from the new studio at the main campus of Chalmette High School. And we'll kick things off with a visit to the swamp, as we'll see some of the highlights of the Academy's production of Shrek. Each year since 2002, this collaborative creative summer workshop brings talented performers, artists, and community members together, working to bring a Broadway favorite to the stage. Let's take a look at Shrek, the musical.
And carry her away. A perfect happy ending. That's how it should be.
Also performing to music were some of the teachers and administrators who took part in our annual back-to-school event. These music videos are both a team-building activity and a fun way to address some of the challenges that our teachers face each year.
You'll get it done because you're strong. Because you're strong. Let it go. Let it go. Don't hold it back anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Let's declare it all out war. We don't care whatever it takes. You'll meet your kids' needs. Heart, Common Core, they won't chase us away.
The back-to-school rally also allows everyone in our school community a chance to gather and learn more about the initiatives and successes of our school district.
But I especially want to give a shout out to the high school Algebra 1 teachers who helped their students achieve a ranking of second in the state for the best scores out of 70 school districts. Only 1 point behind, 1 percentage point behind the top scoring district. Also, you know, I just want to mention our geometry scores were 4th in the state, our biology 8th, and all of the EOC scores have made significant progress in English as well, and when you combine all 6, we ranked 8th in the state out of 70 school districts for proficiency rates at the high school. So congratulations.
Another annual tradition is our hosting of the Day of Reflection Breakfast. This year's event was the biggest yet and marked the 10th time the community has gathered together to remember what was lost, but more importantly, to celebrate all the progress we have made as a parish. Great food, music, guest speakers, and a lot of surprises were all part of the celebration.
It's definitely difficult to go and rehash some of those memories, and yet when you wonder why we do this, it's so important that we reflect so that we can see how far we've come. If you just look at all the fights that it took along the way to get here, every day we can focus on the things that still need to be done, and there are a lot of things that need to be done all throughout the region. But every now and then you've got to pause. In days like today, especially the 10-year anniversary, are so critical to look back on, because when you look at cities and regions across the world that have had devastations and have been all throughout, clearly we've seen our fair share, way more than our fair share, in South Louisiana, but you look all around the world in places that have had devastations. The 10-year mark is really one of those pivotal marks to look at and see, have they really recovered or have they gone backward? And if you look at where St. Bernard is today, it's crystal clear that this parish has not only persevered, but excelled to a point now where you can say the recovery is truly exemplified in the people of St. Bernard.
And speaking of celebrating, let's take time to celebrate the great success of some of our teachers as we'll meet 3 elementary teachers of the year in today's episode. First up, we'll go to Araby Elementary to meet its outstanding school leader.
I'm Janisha Peters, and I'm this year's Student of the Year for Araby Elementary. But today I would like to introduce the Teacher of the Year for Araby Elementary, who is Miss Mary Cochran. Miss Mary Cochran is a 3rd grade teacher. I didn't have Miss Cochran when I was in 3rd grade, but I know she's an awesome teacher. Miss Cochran put me through a lot of things. She picked me up when I was down, and she boosted my self-esteem. Throughout testing, she told me that I can do this, and she know I will make it to 4th grade. Miss Cochran, as I said before, is an awesome teacher, and let's go meet her now.
Hi, I'm Mary Cochran. I teach 3rd grade at Araby Elementary. I am this year's Teacher of the Year, and this is my 26th year of teaching. I think what I enjoy about teaching is the children, and each year you get a new batch. It's constant change as your day goes on. You're teaching from one subject to the next subject, so you get the full spectrum. You learn your kids very well, what their strengths and weaknesses are. I like having them all day, getting to know them, and a lot of times you go through different families. You'll get the siblings and the cousins, and it makes teaching easier when you can communicate easier with the parents and they know you. You've taught their siblings. So I think that connection and the kids are just a lot of fun. We really focus on making sure the basics are complete, reading at grade level, your basic math facts, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, and then we're also bringing it up higher. So we're trying to get to those higher reading skills, comparing and contrasting text, text structure kind of questions, and math, multi-step word problems, and understanding the concepts of math and being able to explain how you get an answer. I started at the first at St. Claude Heights, the old buildings. All the buildings are new and beautiful. And the technology, all the computers in the classrooms and the Promethean boards and the Elmos make teaching so much easier. The things we have at our disposal, the active votes and the pods that the kids enjoy. So technology definitely has changed, and curriculum has changed in that there's more of a focus on 3rd grade is not just your basics, but also bringing it up to higher ordered thinking, and that's been a big shift in curriculum, with the higher ordered thinking and the comparing and contrasting type skills. Well, I think good teachers are hard workers. They put in the time and the effort, just reading through the curriculum, reading through the lesson of the day, preparing, making sure you have all your materials set up and ready to roll, because you got to be able to, deal with the kids and their problems. So you need to have a strong concept of the content and the lesson to be able to roll with them. Whenever we have open house and the parents come at the beginning of the year, I explain to them the biggest thing you can do is go over the homework with your child. And a lot of my parents say, we're a little bit worried about math in Eureka and we don't want to mess them up. But it's okay, because there's many different ways to solve one math problem. And that's what Eureka is, different ways to solve a problem and having the kids understand the concepts. So just go over your homework with your child. Read with your child every night. We try to make sure homework in reading is something to read and something to ask questions and practice answering questions, their questions in the story and the ones that require more predicting and comparing. After the storm, we didn't feel comfortable in other places. And when that FEMA trailer was delivered and we had the opportunity to come back. We took it, and once we were here, there was no getting back out. You know, we just started nesting and rebuilding the house and continued our life the way it was. Unfortunately, a lot of family and friends didn't come back, but it gave the opportunity to meet new people and new co-workers, so it turned out to be the right decision. I think, too, a lot of us came from AJ together, and I've known Carla, my principal, Carla Carolla, since she was teaching third grade with me. So it was definitely a family feel. Pam Nunes was in this spot, St. Claude Heights with us, Carla Carolla and I and a few other people. So it just felt like coming home. And I think all the people who came with us are just friendlier people and were attracted to that comfortable family feel. Well, for a newbie, I think they realize right when they get into it, those first faculty meetings, those first grade level meetings, when they hand over the curriculum, just how difficult it is. So I guess my best advice is I'm in my room, come see me. I come here early in the morning, stay late, come ask your questions, you know, and you can even come plan with me and prep for the next day. So just kind of helping them to walk through it. And then I always tell them, you know, share your ideas with me because they're young and fresh and have wonderful concepts, and they're really good at researching ideas on the computer and sharing those with me. I love that. I'd like to thank the faculty and staff of Araby Elementary for naming me this year's Teacher of the Year. It really is an honor. Thanks, guys.
Now let's head to Violet and meet the Teacher of the Year at Smith Elementary School.
Hi, my name is Nyla Rodney, and I'm the W. Smith Student of the Year. And today I'm going to be talking about Miss Erica Jones. She is very sweet, nice. She's a great, caring teacher. She prepares lots of work for her students. And I'm glad to have her at W. Smith School. Now introducing Miss Erica Jones.
Hi, my name is Erica Jones, and I am a 5th grade teacher at W. Smith Elementary. And this is my 10th year teaching. I wanted to be a teacher with, I guess, in elementary school. Miss Veronica Webb just motivated me and encouraged me and told me how wonderful of a teacher I could be, and it motivated me to want to become a teacher, to help students and to help children. My peers acknowledge the fact that I'm a team leader and that I try to pick up and just run with it. If something's a problem, I want to handle it right away. I don't want things to just go by the wayside. And I have a lot of classroom management and I have a good rapport with my students. Along with all of their curriculum, I just hope that they're well-rounded people so that they know what is expected of them and to be good citizens, to know that what's right in society and how to behave and do the right thing so that they can do well in life. My favorite thing about teaching at Smith is when my students understand something, it's like the light bulb goes off and the whole room lights up and they get so excited. I love seeing that. A universal truth regarding Common Core or GLEs is no matter what, we want our students to succeed and to learn, and as long as they're all learning and engaged, they'll be able to master any skill being taught no matter how it's presenting to them, as long as they're set up to succeed. Any advice that I would give a new teacher coming in is stay true to your beliefs and don't give up even on a bad day. There's always a good day coming right behind it, and never listen to all the negativity. There is a good reason that you're a teacher and why you became a teacher, and you need to believe in that. Parents can help their students by encouraging them to read every day, by working with them on their multiplication and division facts every night. They can just sit down with them and have conversations with them about school and asking them what they're struggling with, so that maybe if they're not able to help their child, they can communicate that with their teacher to help them during class. I would like to thank the teachers and staff of Smith Elementary for nominating me for Teacher of the Year. It really is an honor. Thank you.
Congratulations to these great teachers, and we'll be back later in the program to meet another one of our outstanding educators. And speaking of educating, Fred Hebert is now teaching a tech class at Chalmette High School. For several years, he has served as the technical director of the Cultural Arts Center, but now he is sharing his time and talents with his students. Their first project will be a tech show highlighting all of the magic that is part of a live production. Also new this year is the district's new communications coordinator. Alex LaPre-Schneider will serve that role, helping to share the good news of our schools with the community and establishing a presence on social media.
We have made minor changes to the current district website, including updating administrative contacts that are on the website. We've added the district calendar to a couple different places and updated that. The new parent brochure can also be found there. We'll be also including the press releases that I've written and continue to write, just so that the community has access to them. With that said, we are in the beginning process of figuring out our next step moving forward with developing the new website. It's a lengthy process. We have begun it. We've started to do the research to figure out where we're going after this.
Check out our new Facebook page to keep abreast on all of our school's events and news. Also new is the sign in front of Chalmette High School. This beautiful new addition is the exclamation point on a long and worthwhile renovation of the high school. Let's take a peek inside the state-of-the-art campus. State of Art is also at the heart of the new Moment Center. This new learning center in Old Araby will open its doors to students this year. A visit to this building and the planetarium promises to be out of this world. Plans are also underway for the addition of a new elementary school. As we rebuild with pride, our numbers continue to grow, so the need for a new elementary school in Chalmette has occurred.
It's been very exciting. We involved all the elementary principals so that we could learn from what we did at the other schools and what the best configuration should look like and what we needed to put in. So we're pretty confident that based on that collective wisdom, we've gotten some really good advice that we've passed on to Mr. Lakeen and his crew, and he's incorporated that within the new design. So as we continue to build, we've become more and more expert, I guess, at what the needs are and what works best functionally, for the kids as well.
The new school, Miro Elementary, also has its first employee, as Heather Morrell will serve as one of its administrators. And to help prepare her for this challenge, Heather is serving as an assistant principal at Lacoste Elementary for this school year. And while we're at Lacoste, let's meet its Teacher of the Year.
Hello, my name is Anthony Wade. I represent the Lacoste Student of the Year. I would like to introduce Mr. David Kimberly. He's always a helping hand and he's a very good teacher. He helps students, he helps in the bus loading area, he helps in the cafeteria. Every time I turn around, he's always helping someone. Let's go see him in action.
My name is David Kimberly and I teach at Lacoste Elementary School. I've been here for 2.5 years and I've been teaching specialty education for 10 years. This school is a lot like a family. I have so many people that I've been able to meet now and feel like I'm close friends with immediately. Other places I've been, it takes years to feel like you're part of the establishment, and here it was immediate. I think what's really important with my job is to be a resource for everybody on campus, and that's what I try to do. I know almost every child by name, and I know that I could go into any teacher's room and answer questions for them when they need things. It's common to get stopped in the hallway and asked about different behavior problems, different issues that come up. And I think as a special education teacher, you have a responsibility to be a resource to everybody else. At this school, I have the opportunity to do just about everything in this special education field. I work with kids that are on the moderate level that need very basic assistance, and I work with kids that are real bright, that just need some direction and some redirection. I have the opportunity to be a resource teacher in my own classroom with my own class, and at the same time I have the opportunity to be in other classes supporting teachers and teaching on an inclusion basis. In special education, you really can't depend on the same things that other teachers depend on to measure their effectiveness. My test scores might not go up as fast as other teachers because I have kids that are struggling. I look for incremental growth in my kids. I look for social growth as well as academic growth. And I look for kids that are able to cope on a daily basis, easier emotionally as well as academically and intellectually. Being in a new school is really exciting. You have the opportunity to start at the ground level and create your own traditions, your own ideas, and when you're new, you have the opportunity to be on the foundational level, and that's great. We do have the support and the structure of the parish, so we're not swimming in a big pool. We have people that can tell us what to do. I've been in other schools as a new teacher that didn't have that structure around them, and it was really chaotic to create those structures on your own. Here we have it set up, so we have the best of both worlds. We have direction on what we need to do, but we're also able to create the traditions that we want to have. It is important for parents to, first off, sit down with their kids and interact with them. Turn off the TV, turn off the computer, turn off the iPad, take the phones away, sit down with your child with a book, and just read to them, talk to them, ask them how their day's been. The other thing is parents need to provide their kids with structure and support and have expectations for their children. I mean, I would really like to see kids come home at night and not turn any electronics on, sit down, do their homework, and then sit down at a table for dinner and have a family dinner talking to their parents and their siblings about how their day has gone. I think we've lost a lot of that in our community. I want to thank Ms. Alfonso and the staff and faculty here at Lacoste for choosing me as their Teacher of the Year this year. It's quite an honor. I'm really excited about it. And this is a wonderful, wonderful place to work. Thanks.
Natalie Albers, an assistant principal at Lacoste Elementary, is also a driving force behind the Louisiana Reading Association. She recently visited the school board to share some valuable information about the literacy initiatives of this group. And remember, the best way to encourage literacy is to read with and to your children.
St. Bernard Reading Council is very involved in the community. St. Bernard Reading Council, many of you probably are familiar with young authors. We do host that. Writings are submitted at the school level. They're then judged at the district level, and then they go on to the state level. Last year we had approximately, I think it was 15 state winners from St. Bernard Parish, which we were very proud of. And parents and students really do enjoy the banquet, the little ceremony that we have at the end of the year to give those students the recognition and those teachers recognition for their hard work.
And now we'll go from reading to playing as our fall athletic season gets underway. Both our volleyball and football seasons are in full swing. Best of luck to our players and coaches on another successful season. Performing at many of these games are the members of the Chalmette High School Charmers, the school's dance team. Recently, its moderator hosted a fun fundraiser for the team called A Charming Night. It was a good time for a good cause, and we look forward to another award-winning season from our Charmers. Congratulations also go out to two CHS seniors, Seth Quillen and Naonta Fernandez of the high school's Interact Club, who recently took part in a week-long Rotary Youth Leadership Award Camp. The focus of the camp? To help develop the leaders of tomorrow, and we are proud of these two outstanding students. Well, that would do it for this edition of Hindsight, but before we go, let's take one more look at all of the events that took place throughout the parish during the 10th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to grab those trouble-filled balloons there and get ready to release them. And my good friend Doris, you get out there, and we're gonna do a little countdown to release those balloons. We're gonna start with 10 and go down representing the 10 years of worries that this Katrina has put on us. Hallelujah, hallelujah. We feel it, praise the Lord. All right, Doris, you can take it for the countdown.
All right, we're going to count down all together and then release. And we're going to start from 10. Chorus, help me. Count down, and everybody, remember, class participation counts. Are we ready?
Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go!
Let them go! Woo, yes indeed. Our warriors have been set free. They are free at last, I want to hear a big amen on these warriors.
Thanks for tuning in, and remember, the next time you take a look back, you might just see us there, because hindsight is always 20/20. And we'll see you next time from our new studio here at Chalmette High School.